a developer learn something new, crack open the documentation, take a look at the new features guide, look at the documentation online. So the documentation is all out there. You have the new features guide, for example. Take a look at it. Open up the first chapter of any document in the Oracle library, and the first chapter is typically what's new in it. So if you get the Database Administrator's Guide and go to Chapter 1, it's what's new in database administration for this version. If you're a developer, open up the SQL Reference Guide. We added new capabilities to the select statement in 11.2. You could find out about these new capabilities in one of two ways. One way would be to go to the language reference manual, look up the select keyword, and then go to that wire diagram that they built for it. And it shows you the syntax of select. It's like 30 pages long. You could memorize what the old picture looked like in the last release, and you could mentally merge it with the new diagram. And that would tell you what's new in this select statement. Or you could just go to Chapter 1, and it would tell you we added this stuff to the select statement. Because all of those changes are actually recorded, documented there. So if it's been 3 or 4 years since you've opened the documentation, I would encourage you to take a look at it. The first thing I do with the new release, sit down with the new features guide, then I read Chapter 1 of all of the other guides that interest me. What's new in data warehousing, what's new in administration, what's new in application development, and so on. So the way I discover the new features is through the documentation set itself. I finished 4 minutes early. That's highly unusual for me. But I really appreciate your time and attention. I've been enjoying my time here in Japan. This is my first visit. I have to say this is the friendliest country I've ever been in. I was in the metro, the subway, and I was having a hard time figuring out how to get a ticket. And someone came up and helped me. That never happens. In New York, nobody would come near you in the subway. And if they do come near you, get away really fast. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this and found it useful.
皆様本当に長い間